Hey, this is a quick video on how to play Faith and Wonder by Upper Room. They're in the key of B flat, so you want your capo on the 3rd fret. And for that intro, this is what it sounds like. Okay, so for that intro, how you get that is you want to start off with a C shape. And the way you pluck it is very important. You don't really need that pointer finger to be down, but I would put it there just in case you make a mistake, then you've got the right chord shape. But the way you pluck is you start on that C note, the 2nd string, and basically you just pluck down each string. So the A string, D string, and then the G string. So, and there's a little hit. After the A string, I go back up. After the D string, I go back up to the A string. Like that. And it's the same way on the next chord. The next chord is going to be an E minor. And this time you pluck the E string first, and then the D string. Same thing, I go E string, D string, E string, G string. So it's the same plucking pattern, but you change chords. So let's do the C again. Then the E minor. And you do want to make that shape over here, and just in case you pluck the wrong string, you want the shape to be right so the chord still sounds okay. And the 3rd chord, same little picking pattern, but the way to get that sound is just like a C chord, but you want to slide it up a whole step. Same C shape, but slide it up a whole step. And that's the chord shape you want to make with the same plucking pattern. A little different there on the end, you just go A string, D string, G string, and then D string. So here's what we got for the intro. And they do that twice. So getting into the verse, it's just the same thing as the intro. The chords are the same. They actually stick with that plucking pattern while they're singing the verse. Whoops, wrong spot. Anyway. Okay, so, and that's going to happen 4 times in the verse. The intro goes twice. So for the verse, you're going to do that 4 times. And then comes the chorus. Once you get to the chorus, that's where you're probably going to want to start strumming. The pattern is not there anymore, so if you're on acoustic, you would kind of do the strum pattern, and the chords would be C, G, and D. 4 beats on the C, and then 2 beats on the G and the D. So and that happens 4 times. And after the 4th time, they go back to the intro, but only 1 time. And now comes the 2nd verse. Now in the 2nd verse, the chords are different. So it really gets big, some synth comes in. There's a lot of fast changes. So the chords for that 2nd verse is going to be A minor, G, E minor, and then D. 1 beat on the A minor and the G. 1 beat A minor, 1 beat G, and then 2 beats on the E minor, and then 4 beats on the D. So this is what that sounds like, starting in the 2nd verse with the A minor. So 1 beat, then 1 beat. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. And it feels it sounds a little odd, but it's actually, they're right on the beats. It's just one beat, 2 beats, 4 beats. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. Okay, and so that happens 3 times before they go to end this verse. And when they're ending this verse, after 3 times of that, you go to a C and then an A minor, and they're both 4 beats. And then to the chorus, which is the same as before, C, G, and D. And it's 4 times. Anyway, that's 4 times. That leads you to the bridge. And when the bridge comes in, it's very similar, but it's C, E minor, and D instead of C, G, and D. It's the same as the chorus, except it's C, E minor, D. And that happens 4 times. So after the 4th time, they come down on the 4 on the C. And so you've got options after this. On the recording that I've heard, this song goes on for 6 or 7 minutes. And at this point is where you get to decide what you want to do. You can end it there. You can take it back to the chorus. You can take it back to a verse. You can go back to the intro. You can go anywhere. So at this point, it's up to you where you want to go. But that's the structure of the song. I'm not going to do the whole extended version because they're kind of in like a free worship, and you can carry it anywhere. You can carry it wherever you want as long as you know the parts. There's like 3 parts to this song. The intro and the first verse, they're all the same part, same thing over and over. The chorus, that's 1 line 4 times. Just think of it in parts. The chorus, that's just 1 little line, but you just do it 4 times. And then the bridge is just 1 line, and you do it 4 times. So if you think of it in parts like that, it's real easy to go back to another part. If you want to go back to the chorus, go back to the chorus. Go back to the bridge, repeat something. It's easy to repeat and stuff if you think of it in just parts. And I've got a chart. The way that I chart these songs out, I'm going to add a link to my charts. That way you can kind of see the way I look at these songs. And I don't use, like a lot of people use Song Select and stuff like that, and that works. But it adds a lot of confusion, and it doesn't have the beats for the chords. So if you don't already know the song, it's hard to know just by looking at those papers how many beats are these chords. So the way I chart them out, it has the beats for everything. And you'll notice on the top left corner, there's something up there. It says I, V, V, C, I, V2, C, B. That's the map. That's the map of this song. I is intro, V is verse, C is chorus, and so on. So that's just your guidelines. So in the verse, they play that 1 line 4 times. So instead of writing C, E minor, D, C, E minor, D, C, E minor, D, C, instead of writing it 4 times, I just wrote it 1 time, times 4. Makes it simpler. That's easy. And instead of, they do the verse twice to begin with, so I would have had to write it 8 times. That would took up half the page. Well, just put times 2. And on your map, you have a verse and then verse again. So that simplifies everything. It's really a lot easier to learn these songs and to maneuver through them when you kind of look at these charts this way. And when you think about it this way, it definitely helps in like a free worship kind of setting. So I hope this helped, and I hope you learned something from this, and hopefully you'll enjoy the chart.